In today's video, we discuss a hot topic. Apex or Fortnite, which is better? I'm just going to talk about the basics between the two, the stuff that matters to me at least, to get a point in figuring out which is better. So, Fortnite is third person, and meanwhile, Apex is first person. And for me, the better of the two is first person, because with third person shooters, there's a lot of BS stuff, like corner peeking, like how you can see through a door when you're not exposed yourself, or when you're in a 1x1 behind a ramp and you can see around you but not expose your head. And in first person shooting, if you're gonna peek, you have to expose yourself, which is fair to the enemy, and that they can shoot you back. And you get no information unless if you peek in first person. Like in third person, you can hide behind something, be like, oh, they're over there. But in first person, you have to be exposing yourself. You have to be hiding. You have to play it smart. In third person, you can just hide behind a door and hope they walk in. And you'll know what's happening in third person. You don't know what's going on if you're not peeking in first person, which makes it more fair and fun overall for me. So, Apex takes this point. Ding! That's 1 point for Apex, 0 points for Fortnite. Let's go on to the next topic. The next topic is shooting mechanics. Now, Fortnite really messes this up, and that they use RNG. Whenever you aim down sights, there will be first shot accuracy if you're standing completely still. But only if you're standing completely still, and only if it's a weapon that supports first shot accuracy. So not all weapons have this, which is stupid to begin with. And if you're not using first shot accuracy, you're just kind of spraying and praying. You're pulling down on that slot machine and hopefully getting triple bar. Because sometimes you'll just spray and pray and you'll triple headshot somebody and it'll be insane. And other times you'll use a whole mag of SMG and not one shot will hit. And I feel like that's completely stupid because it gets rid of aim, which is a very powerful skill in video games. Like in CSGO, if I get destroyed, or in Apex, if I get destroyed, I know it's because they had a better aim or positioning. But in Fortnite, sometimes I get lasered and I'm like, are they actually better than me, or are they just lucky? And meanwhile in Apex actually has spray patterns which you can learn. If you use an R301, you pull down a little and then your accuracy is laser. Or if you're using an R99, it kicks up a lot more, so you have to pull down more. Or if you're using a flatline, it kicks up some. Different guns have different recoil in Apex, which is really nice compared to Fortnite, where most of the recoil is random. Like there's no recoil on your gun, but this shot just runs about randomly. And for this one, I'm gonna have to give Apex a point here because its shooting mechanics are better than Fortnite. So another point to Apex. That's 0-2 Fortnite to Apex. So let's get on to the next point. Alright, the next point is the health mechanics. And Fortnite's health mechanics are super simple in the fact that you start out with 100 health and then you can put on shield, which eventually maxes out your health to 200 health. Now there's big pots which do 50, there's minis which do 25, there's a slurp that does 75 of health and shield, not at the same time. And then there's your chug jug which goes up to max, and then you have bandies and medkits, and basically it's super simple in that you can get max 200 health. In Apex, however, there's different tiers of armor. You have your gray armor, which gives you 50 more health. You have your blue armor, which gives you 75 more health. And you have your purple armor, which gives you 100 health. And then you have your gold armor, which gives you 100 more health. And if you do a finisher on somebody, it charges your shields back to full, which is good because finishing somebody's super hard. And if you get a finish off with gold armor, you deserve the full shield. But there's also helmets. And helmets decrease the amount that a headshot will do. And the thing is that they're actually super useful because with the Kraber, the most powerful sniper in Apex, you can get a one-shot headshot on somebody. But if they have a gold helmet, it will not full kill them. It'll only do like 197 instead of 225. And 225, they're insta dead. But at 197, they're still in the game. They can throw on a heal because they're usually super far away when you get a headshot on somebody. They'll have time to heal back to full by the time you get there. They're super useful in a brutal game like Apex. And in the health category, Apex yet gets another point over Fortnite. I mean, Fortnite is simpler and it is easier to learn, but honestly, Apex is not much harder, and overall, it's just better. So that leaves us with 0 Fortnite, 3 Apex. Let's get on to the next topic. Now we're going into movement. Fortnite has a sprint, but honestly, it just doesn't feel the same as Apex. Like, without Apex, Fortnite's movement was good. You have vehicles to move faster, you got the hoverboard, you had planes, but finally they took them out of the game. You have a quad crasher, you got... Did I already say hoverboards? I don't know if I already said hoverboards. But hoverboards, zip lines... I feel like I'm missing something. What am I missing? Oh, rifts, trampolines, launch pads, that's what they're called. I completely forgot there. And they added a new thing, vents, near the volcano, where you just walk over and it lets you redeploy across the map. And also you can go into the volcano, which lets you redeploy across the map as well. Man, I'm not wording good today. But Apex is kind of more minimal. There are balloons around the map, which lets you redeploy, but I mean, honestly, I don't use them that much. It's easier just to sprint, which it feels faster. I don't know if that's because you're in first person or not, and because you have a higher FOV. Whenever you change your FOV up, like, it lets you change your FOV in Apex. It makes you feel like you're going faster, so... And the infinite slide mechanic is that you can slide down a hill infinitely, and you just feel like you go super fast. Honestly, Apex movement feels super smooth, and just nice overall. So that's why we're going to give Apex a point in the movement category. It is now 0 to 4, Fortnite to Apex, and Fortnite, I'm sorry, that's kind of rough. But let's get on to the next category. Alright, the next category is game modes, and Fortnite has so much game modes. It has solos, duos, they had trios for limited time, and squads. Those are the 3 main modes, but they also have a bunch of limited time modes. There's probably like 20 of them out there that they cycle through. Some of the fun ones are like Sniper Shootout and 50v50. Those are the ones I can recall off the top of my head, because those are the ones I usually play the most to warm up or just to have fun. Fortnite also has creative mode. It's really fun to play people's maps and death runs and what are they called? Adventure maps from Minecraft. You can basically just play adventure maps from Minecraft. It's really fun. Meanwhile, Apex only has trios, which gets the job done as the characters have abilities. And it really feels like a teamworky game, so you don't really need solos for now. Trios gets the job done, but at the end of the day, I feel like the game's lacking content, which it's only in beta, so I'm really asking a lot for a game that's been out for like a month now. But we are comparing it to Fortnite, and here, Fortnite gets its first point. Right now, it is 1 to 4 Fortnite. Fortnite is clearly better in the game mode category. And I will see you in the next topic. Next topic is graphics. And most people usually don't care about this, but it's something that I like, especially that I'm on PC. And Fortnite's graphics are more cartoony, but I feel like they're gonna age well over time because they're not going for realism. Whenever you go for realism in a game, time does not do its justice, because the more advanced games get, the more realistic they look. Like, if you look back at Uncharted 1, the graphics look disgusting compared to Uncharted 4. But if you look back at Borderlands, which has a more cartoony vibe, the graphics look fine. Like, they're bearable because they didn't go for realism, they went for more of a unique style, and Fortnite's style is more cartoony, more unique, when Apex just kind of went for realistic. I don't know, I feel like Apex's graphics are kind of bland to me. I don't really know what they were going for. It doesn't feel unique. It feels like they just kind of went for something futuristic. I don't know how to describe it. I just like Fortnite's graphics better because they feel unique to me. They feel more cartoony than Apex, and Apex graphics at the end of the day look kind of bland compared to Fortnite's. So Fortnite gets another point. Score is currently 2-4 in the categories that I have. Let's get into the next one. The next category is characters, and Fortnite's characters really don't do anything special. I mean, you can throw on skins to change your character, but it really doesn't do anything. Unless if you count the banana, because his hitbox is so big that the top of his head doesn't actually count as a headshot. So yeah, I mean, if you want to use the banana, call it OP, I guess you can. But in Apex, characters actually have different abilities. Each one's unique. Each one has a different ultimate, and some of them pair really well together. Like if you're a Bangalore, you can throw down some smoke, and then a Bloodhound can ult and see directly through the smoke, which is insane because people think, oh, they can't see me through the smoke. But yes, I can see you through the smoke with my ultimate, and you can just destroy people that way, which makes the game more fun and more unique, as you can just really grow with the character. Like, I really like Manning Wraith because of her small hitbox. I feel like she runs faster and her abilities are nice. If I'm in a sticky situation, I just Q out of there. I rift out of there. And if I'm far behind my teammates, I use the rift for the speed boost just to run up and just to catch up to them. So Apex wins this category because Fortnite really doesn't do anything with their characters, and that's not a bad thing because the game's still good at the end of the day. And Apex definitely needed something. If they didn't have the characters with the abilities, I feel like the game would just be more boring and less fun. Okay, the final category is crossplay, and I definitely think this is more important than the rest of these because I really like crossplay. One of the reasons I fell in love with Fortnite is because I could play with my friends on Xbox. And honestly, I feel like it's grown me closer to the friends that I've played with. And I have to thank Fortnite for that, because I enjoy playing on PC, but it's not fun to play alone. You can only do so much alone. And on Apex, they don't have crossplay right now, so most of the games I play alone. Finally, one of my friends on Xbox has converted to the master race, so I'm not alone. So that makes me feel a lot better about Apex, is being able to play with some friends. And playing with friends makes any game better, but just chilling on Fortnite with friends on Xbox, on PS4, on the Switch, on an iPad. You can play with people on an iPad. Can we just take a moment and think about that? That I can play on my computer with somebody that's on an iPad. And the future of gaming looks super bright because Fortnite, one of the biggest games, has put in crossplay, and I feel like this just opens up a world of possibilities for newer multiplayer games, because I want to play Call of Duty on my PC with people on Xbox. I want to play Rainbow Six Siege with people on Xbox on my computer. I feel like that's the best thing ever. And you know what? Give them a little aim assist to make them fair. And Fortnite clearly takes this point because they're the first game that I've experienced that's like been really big with crossplay. And they're the first game that's like that I've experienced with crossplay that's really outdone themselves with crossplay. And I'd like to thank them for that. And this isn't just 1 point. This is definitely a 3-point category. And you're like, oh, okay, you're just giving it 3 points to time. And at the end of the day, yes, this is a 3-point category because it's so massive. It's such a big reason why I like Fortnite. And it doesn't deserve just 1 point. So Fortnite is now 5-5 with Apex. They are tied. So which game wins? So the verdict really is, if I had to play one of these games only for the rest of my life, either Apex or Fortnite, I couldn't play either one. I just had to pick one to play. I mean, I could still play other games, but it was either only Fortnite or only Apex for my battle royales. I would have to pick Fortnite because of the crossplay, which is really nice. And I know Apex is going to add that, and it's still in beta, and it's really hard judging it. And it's still a fantastic game. The gunplay is nice. The characters are fun. The game feels smooth. It looks fun. But Fortnite has so many game modes, and they're still adding more, which is a great thing about the game, because you're getting older the game, and then they add in a grenade mode, they add in a sword mode, and there's just so much more content in Fortnite right now, at least. And they have crossplay right now, so that's fun. And they just added Season 8 with volcanoes, pirates, Egyptians, dragon ninjas. That's actually a thing. There's a dragon ninja in Fortnite now, which is kind of weird. But, I would have to pick Fortnite for now, because Apex is just starting out. And the fact that it beat Fortnite in viewers on Twitch in the first week of its release is no small feat. Apex is a wonderful game, but Fortnite wins in my book right now because of just how much content it has. And at the end of the day, why are you even watching this? Both of the games are free. Go out there and play both of them and decide for yourself which game you like more. Or just play them both and have fun. If you're getting bored of Apex, hop on Fortnite. If Fortnite's becoming too sweaty for you, hop on Apex. It's that easy. And the fact that they're both free is amazing. And that is my verdict. I like Fortnite more right now, but Apex is going to add more stuff, which will make it better. And at the end of the day, right now, Fortnite is better in my book. Whew. Thank you all for watching so much. I'm so glad to be uploading back to back. Finally, I uploaded a Wednesday and a Saturday, and I'm going to keep this up, okay? Drop a like and subscribe if you want to see more. I will see you in the next video Wednesday. Have a wonderful day. Fork out!